Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And I got a question from somebody. And long-time subscriber. He wanted to know, how can I guarantee a better experience with women? How do I overcome my problems with most women that I encounter? So basically, he was asking, how do you have a better experience with women? Well, that's like $1,000,000 question. How do you have a better experience with women? Well, I tell you what, the only way that I can guarantee that you have a better experience with women is to become a better person, become a better man. You gotta upgrade your game. You gotta step up your game. Now, it's taken me a long time. It took me a long time to come to that conclusion. Because, we've been conditioned to look outside of self. A wise man told me years ago, you must know thyself. Some people might say, hey, it's the law of being, know thyself. You have to know who you are. It's all relative. See, if you don't know who you are, it's going to be very difficult for you to coexist in harmony with anybody else. That's just what it is. Now, for me personally, I never looked at it. To me, dating women or having relationships, it was much bigger than that to me. I looked at it like I was trying to live a better life. And I'm talking like when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I was trying to live a better life. So it wasn't just about women in itself. Now, unless you're off the grid or staying in the boondocks somewhere, you have to interact with the opposite sex at some point in time. So I look at it like this. If I could socially coexist with women, coexist with other people, have better relationships with my friends, my family, the money thing or the financial thing that I had going on at the moment will take care of itself by default. That's how I looked at it. I never really had a big problem with women. I never had any dramatic experiences with women. Of course, I had little incidents that happened from time to time, but I never really had any major problems with women. I was just very shy. But the only major problem that I had in my 20s is I couldn't get the money thing handled. I couldn't. If I lost my job, I couldn't do shit. I didn't know how to do anything at the time. But that's the problem that I had. I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know how to earn money. I'm talking like on my own. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking outside of a job. So I realized that if I wanted to make the big money, I had to be able to understand people. So this is much bigger than women for me. That's how I see the world. See, I see the world like your life is going to be dependent upon the relationships you make, the relationships you have, the people around you. And you're only as strong as the people that you have around you. So that's how I saw it at the time. And see, every time I tried to look outside of myself for something, it never lasted very long. It just never lasted very long. And it always felt like something was missing, even when I had little successes here and there. Or I might have gotten the results that I wanted here and there. I always felt like something was missing. And the reason why I felt that way is because I was trying to pretend to be somebody else. And whenever you try to pretend to be somebody else, you're kind of like an actor. You're just pretending. You know, this is why a lot of people feel like a fraud, or they feel like whatever they're doing, it's like it doesn't feel right. They feel like they're somebody else. They're not comfortable in their own skin. And I realized over a couple years that all the answers that I was seeking, it was inside of me. Nothing outside of me ever made me happy. Nothing. Everything that I wanted, every time I wanted something to get better, I had to get better. Otherwise, it just didn't work out. It just didn't, even if it did work out for a short period of time, it fell apart. So, if you want a better experience with women, all you got to do is step up your social skills. Because the relationship is just like anything in life, any area of your life. Once you learn the game, understand the game, and know how to approach the game, things will get better. And the game never stops. This is not like going to college or going to high school. After 4 years of college, you're done. No. No, this is you're always learning because either you're growing or you're dying. That's what it is. So you got to think about it like this. Nobody knows everything about anything. Now, some of us might be advanced in certain areas, of course, but nobody knows everything about everything. Everybody has a different experience, a different perception, a different perspective on almost anything you can probably name of. And that's what it is. So there's always a different, you can meet somebody tomorrow or today in any area of your life, whether you're on your job, whether you're at home, whether you're cooking, whether you're partying, whether you're dating a woman, whether you're travel to a particular place that you like. Every out of 10 people that went to Cancun, all 10 people will have a different experience. And almost every story is going to be different. So in life, you know, your life for the most part usually lasts longer than anything else, and anything else as far as these other areas of, you know, that you choose to get involved with. For example, if you're an athlete, that's a short. That's not even being an athlete is not even might not even be half of your life. That might be just a quarter of your life or less. You know, the average. Let's take football for example. Most people don't last past. They don't make it past the 5 year mark as a football player. But your life more than likely is going to last much longer than football. Just like basketball, just like tennis, just like soccer. Those are just temporary careers, basically. You know, that's really what it is. But after you're done playing football, basketball, or whatever sport you played, you still have to continue to live your life. That's what it is. Life keeps going, but you might change careers 2 or 3 times before you die. So sharpening your social skills or your social game, this is a you continuously have to keep learning, especially if you travel a lot like I do. I don't travel as much as I used to, but I still go from time to time. I still get out. But if you go to different places, different countries, you're gonna always everywhere you go, people are different. There's different culture, different language, different way of living, different way of seeing things. So, it's like either you're growing or you're dying, you know, really. And the best part about it is no one can take it away from you. No one can take what's inside your head. It's going to be with you forever. I mean, they can take your cars, your clothes, your house, your phone, your women, your money, your assets. They can take all that overnight. But they can't take what's in here and they can't take your words from you. You know? See, if you got the skills, you could always start all over. You could always go somewhere else and live with very little problems. I mean, it's like me, for example. You can drop me off anywhere in the world. I'll figure it out. That's what it is because I'm confident that, I got the skills. Because I understand people. It's just bigger than just women. I understand people. I understand how most people think. I understand how they function. I understand what most people want. Most people, regardless of where you go, they want to live a better life. They want to take care of their family, and they want to have fun. Those are the 3 things. Some people want to do more than that too, but those 3 things, fun, take care of their family, and live a better life, people want to do that everywhere. I don't care if they're in the boondocks. I don't care if they're in the tropical rainforest. I don't care if they're in a city, country. It doesn't matter. Those are 3 things they want to do that type stuff. Now they might go about it in a different way everywhere you go, but it's the same old same old same. Same old shit, really. So if you're the type of person that's always trying to seek elsewhere to make yourself happy, you're just spinning your wheels. Nothing's going to change until you change. Nothing's going to change until you get better. And until you get better, I can guarantee you that you have a, at best, average experience with women or people, life, or worse. And this is what it is, you know. And I write about this in my book. It's a chapter called The Law of Being that I talk about this. And in that chapter, The Law of Being, it's all about knowing thyself. And what that chapter was all about is the missing element that a lot of these dating gurus and relationship advisors don't tell you. They don't tell you. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to say. They tell you how to dress, but they don't tell you who you should be. And that's the missing element that a lot of people don't understand. They don't get. They don't tell you who you have to be to become the MVP of football. They don't tell you who you have to be to, if you want to be the captain of the football team, or the highest paid running back in the NFL, or they don't tell you who you have to be if you want to be LeBron James. They don't. No one gets into that. Because that's a lot of work, and it never stops. The game never stops. And the reason why they don't tell you or talk about it very often is because they know most people are going to quit. And you got some people, they're not even going to try. But you know what? You can do a lot when you got to. When I was in my 20s, I didn't have a choice. I had to do what I had to do because I wanted to live a better life. I wanted to go places. You know, I wanted to travel. I wanted to make a lot of money. I didn't want to be average. I didn't want to make $28,000 a year, $40,000 a year, and be happy with that. No, I didn't want to be tied down to a job that when it's time to take a vacation, you got to put your paperwork in, and then they get denied. They tell you, hey, you can't go. You can't go because his buddy put in his vacation before you. Yeah, I got tired of being mistreated on jobs. So something had to change. And the change was me. Because the more I got, the better I became, the more I began to position myself in another place. So for me, it was much bigger than just women. It was about living a better life and having my peace of mind. So with that, if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. Go get my books on Amazon or go to my website. Share this video with anybody in your social media networks. Check out my Patreon too. Check out the link below, patreon.com/sharpgame. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.